Earlier today, emergency services were called in after reports of an explosion had occurred at Rockstar North's offices. And thankfully, since there was no one present at the time of the event and therefore there were no reports of casualties, I have the legal right to say that Rockstar was asking for it. Of course, you may find a few articles circulating online in regards to the incident, but I found one particular article which I will share in the description below that goes over the details in brief. Where all you really need to know is, first of all, there was just some structural damage, no reports of casualties had been made, and according to a spokesperson for Rockstar North, they said that there had been a quote-unquote malfunction in one of the heating boilers early Monday morning. Of course, the only quote they have to say as a result of the event was that, yeah, everyone's well, but hey, our studio remains open and operational to continue our work. Just the thought of this quote screams to me that management and Rockstar generally don't care about their workers and their safety as long as they're able to make it to office and work, and that they're still able to work, that they can still show up to work. And speaking of Rockstar management and the higher-ups being absolute trash, treating their employees like trash, I would like to bring up some thoughts again from a previous video that I have made a few days ago. If you wish to check that out, I'll do my best to leave the link of that in the description below, where I go over some brief, simple, yet detailed explanations of a recent preliminary hearing that has happened between Rockstar and the IWGB representing the 34 illegally fired employees. We're to keep the situation as simple as possible for this one, of course, on the topic of Rockstar's management being scum that they are, where they genuinely don't care about their employees. Of course, it was management's decision for the past couple of years, which I've conducted research on and found out how poor these employees are being treated by Rockstar's management, where they are forcing them into mandatory crunch, 5-day work weeks, working in office from no matter where they have been situated in, where they situate themselves, or no matter what health condition they're in. Rockstar genuinely doesn't care about that. They just expected them to show up to office within a set time period, otherwise they just shouldn't show up ever to begin with. Even if these people were hardworking, working fluctuating environments that was stable for them to be able to balance their work life and their personal life all together without any hassle in between, Rockstar wasn't happy with it. They didn't care about their well-being, they didn't care about their health, even if there was employees who are working from home and recovering from surgery, who are on sick leave, etc. They didn't care about them. They just said show up or don't show up at all. So of course there are some other employees who attempted to unionize in between to try and get some people together, knowing that, well, if we try to discuss this inadequate pays and inflexible working conditions with Rockstar, they would of course deny that. So we tried our best to organize a union that Rockstar will not recognize it themselves, and therefore we would have to meet the 10% minimum threshold, which there was a specific term for it. I've completely forgot from the top of my mind. Of course, I put it in that video, like I made a mention of, that I did a few days ago, where if they met that threshold, and if their employer, Rockstar's management, denied that request, that they can go to a government body legally, to the CAC as an example, to be able to apply for another term that I also forgot, it was also in that video, where they can be legally recognized as a union for Rockstar. And the only reason why they wanted to unionize officially was to have more flexible working conditions, including pays, work hours, work environments, where they worked from, etc., etc., because Rockstar's management was treating them like absolute dog water garbage. Rockstar knew what they were doing, they were not happy with it, especially since there were 2 employees who made a report about this to their higher-ups, who conducted an investigation, did not conduct any preliminary hearings, did not conduct any disciplinary meetings, that they were supposed to with their investigation, and immediately called in 34 of them, especially 31 who are in the UK, and just fired them on the spot, which in UK employment laws is completely illegal for them to do. But that's why they did it. And as a result of these firings, they were finally once again below the 10% threshold to be legally recognized under a government body to be recognized as a union for Rockstar. The union, all they wanted to do was care about, or the attempted union as I should say, because they weren't even recognized as a union to begin with, not even by Rockstar. Even while they're still below the threshold, Rockstar probably still won't recognize them as a union. They were not comfortable with a union being organized amongst those employees. You know, the employees who actually care about the quality of their work, who care about the quality of the work, the way they work, and about their player base as well. These are hardworking employees that were fired. Of course, the ones who just don't care, who just want money from you guys, are the ones who are still working for Rockstar, but anyways. Management loves it when they make money and don't care about the player base or even their own employees, and that's why these people were fired specifically. And as a final note about all of this brief discussion that I've made to you, that is the reason why I say this is karma like a dish served finest, if that's how you say it. And even as a result of this unfortunate incident, which I'm pretty sure was an act of God to say screw you, even then management still said, yeah, but just find a way to make these employees still work in our office, even with that little mishap that happened. Big whoop. It's only a little structural damage, little crater, whatever. Just patch it up, spend a couple $1,000s. And as a result of that, I am scared, by the way, that Rockstar is going to take this in a sense that they will start charging players more money for microtransactions and may even bump up the price for GTA Plus just to make up for the couple $1,000s of damages, possibly anyways. When someone comes in to investigate the damages, whenever that's going to happen, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a couple thousand, maybe 10,000 plus, and, well, US anyways. To them, they use euros, but I'm pretty sure they're going to bump up the price for GTA Plus because they don't care about you, they just want your money. That's how Rockstar is nowadays. So as some post-final notes for this video, expect GTA 6 to be delayed, expect GTA Plus to have a bump in price, and even if GTA 6 isn't delayed, which I'm sure it will be into the year 2027, expect it to release like Cyberpunk 2077, where they do not care about the quality of their game, they just want an online mode to release for that game, as long as they can make microtransaction money from it, from the player base, and live happy lives, treating everyone around them like dog water. I hope I brought up my main points I want to bring up. If you guys have any concerns or thoughts to this video, feel free to let them know in the comments down below. If I stuttered in between, I'm really sorry. I really tried to organize a script in my mind to speak about this because I'm starting to lose my ability to speak and stuff like this. I don't know why. I'm too stressed out maybe. I'm too tired as well. I don't know why. Anyways, I'm overthinking this. I hope you guys did find this video informative or entertaining or enjoyed it, and thank you for watching. And of course, this was like dish like karma served finest, and fuck you, Rockstar.